What game should I play? Bluey. A $500 Xbox Series X or a $300 Series S. What are the pros and cons between these two? Both are great consoles and all, but what is right for you? You know, it's up to personal preference and budget. Well, mainly budget, I'd say. The most obvious difference is the Series X is more powerful than the Series S, but how powerful is it? Funny thing I've learned recently is that the Xbox One X is more powerful than the Series S, which blew me away. It's insane. Like a previous console is more powerful than a newer console. Like, how does that work? I don't understand, but I can look into that another day. But today, we're covering the Xbox Series X and S. The Xbox Series X justifies its price with better graphics, more storage, and a disc drive. Of course, getting the full experience of the Series X, it depends what kind of TV or monitor you will play on. For example, like a 4K or 8K TV, the Series X has 1 TB of memory, but only 800 GB of storage is usable, which is almost twice as much as the Series S. For the Series S, it comes with 512 GB of storage, but only around 360 GB is usable storage, which is a major downgrade already since modern games need a lot of storage to run. When there's a problem, there's always a solution. You can expand your storage with this Seagate right here. I own the 1 TB version of it, but there is a 2 TB version of this that I plan on getting since my gaming library keeps getting bigger.
What, doesn't you keep deleting games?
Well, you know, I finished those games and I don't plan on keeping those. Both the Series S and X models have this slot just for that Seagate. It slides in perfectly, just like that. Games on the Series S are less likely to make use of the 4K TVs compared to the Series X. The lack of disc drive is an issue for some people that like owning physical copies of games, but the size and price of the Series S is what stands out to me. Especially if you already have Xbox Game Pass, then you have a large library of games, so there's no need to own physical copies. If there's one thing gamers dislike, is waiting around for your games to load and having to play with subpar visuals. But if you don't own a 4K TV and don't plan on buying many physical copies, then I'd say go for the Series S. It's a better option to allow you to play modern games, but with a lower definition. Xbox Game Pass subscribers who have access to hundreds of games each month, including new releases, may not even miss the disc drive, since a cheaper console with an addition of a monthly subscription adds up to more games than a person can play. There is no need to constantly purchase new ones. So, gaming on a budget. Both will have the same library of games and run it very well. It will run all the latest games, including the Xbox One games, Xbox 360 games, and even original Xbox games. Well, some. As for graphical capabilities, both consoles send out a 4K video signal. So, playing games or watching movies on a 4K TV should look very similar regardless of what system you choose. However, the Xbox Series X is a better option if 4K gaming is a must-have for you. The Series S features a less powerful graphics technology that game developers appear to be targeting 1080p and sometimes 1440p images, while the Xbox Series X supports 4K and theoretically supports 8K resolution for video content. That's a pretty big jump from the Series S. The Xbox Series S and X share the same core graphical capabilities, including variable refresh rate, variable ray shading, and ray trace images. For comparison, the Xbox Series S has 4 teraflops of GPU and 10 GB of RAM, whereas the Xbox Series X has 12.1 teraflops of GPU and 16 GB of RAM. I find the most noticeable in-game resolutions on the Series S and Series X. However, ray tracing has been removed on several games if using the Series S console. They both power onto the home screen in under 15 seconds from a completely off state, so there's no excuse not to enable the power saver mode here. The enhanced power status lets you know how much wattage the system will pull while on standby mode, which can provide annual savings on your power bill, which is always good for everybody. The most obvious difference between these two is the disc drive. Let's take a closer look at it. It has an Ultra HD Blu-ray player, while obviously the Series S doesn't even have a DVD player. The Xbox Series X is your only true option if you have a large collection of Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray discs, or just prefer physical copies. If you're wondering about space and where to put these, I got you. The Xbox Series X is 6 by 6 inches at the base and 12 inches tall. Yes, a blessing and a curse with that number. The Series S is the smallest Xbox ever made so far. It is 10.8 in height and 6 inches in width. You can either have this standing or laying down. The Series S can fit basically anywhere. Meanwhile, with the Series X, it's pretty bulky. You have to find the perfect place to put it. But it's up to you for what would be a better option. Series X and Series X owners can expect significant visual improvements in exclusives like Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5. In the years to come, we're expecting to see both the Series S and Series X will provide new games that are simply not possible for the Xbox One and PS4. It's nice to see game developers pushing the boundaries of these consoles, and I always wonder, what will they do next that beats the previous generations? We'll just wait and see what's in store for us. I love both of these consoles, and well, I do admit, they both have their pros and cons, and well, you know, not everything can be perfect. But of course, in the end, the Xbox Series X is superior since it's much more powerful, and from what I've heard, it's the strongest console out there. You get what you pay for, with it being more pricey, but more powerful. Compared to the Series S, it's affordable, and well, not as strong as the Series X, but hey, it's compact and it still packs a punch. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the video. Check this video out, and see you next time.